Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Bharat.
Hey,
How
Good
you
to meet
doing, brother?
you. Good, brother. Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good,
great.
good.
Really great to meet you guys, and thank you so much for doing this with us.
Of
Of
course.
course, man. Thank you so much.
What was your first reaction when you guys read the script?
Oh man, when I read it, I was like, "This is the best goddamn thing I've ever read," and I wanted to know everything about it and who wrote it and when they were casting, and I had to be a part of this project from the moment I read it. I read it like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, to
Nice.
me, I read it and I was like, this is a great swing. It's not oftentimes you read scripts that you're like, wow, they're really making a swing here into territory that I have never seen people like me in TV before. And you got to respect that. I was like, yeah, there's lots of shows that come out that's just like a, sitcom about people working in a whatever that you've
Mhm.
seen a million times before. But to read something like this, I was like, wow, they're really going for it here,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
would love to be a part of it. Because if this turns out half as good as it reads, this is going to be something really cool.
Absolutely. I'm personally really excited for it. I think it's about time that we have something that is just fun and just like
Yeah,
a good time, and
Yeah, yeah,
right.
that
yeah.
we can be proud of, especially
Nothing
in some
super
ways, but
heavy. It's
right?
not like trying to teach you anything. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really, really, really fun watch.
100%. And speaking of that, what was the funniest thing that happened on set during the filming process?
There's so many.
Yeah,
There
there's
truly are so many. For Brian's character, at one point, you never get to see them on camera, but everybody on the show is so game and willing to do whatever it takes to get the joke to happen, whether it was getting splashed with blood, doing the
yeah.
throw up scene. There's so many things on the cutting room floor that were also hilarious. Like Brian has this whole thing where his character had nipple rings, and it was a
Yeah.
whole day where he had them on the whole day, and they shot him, but it never made the final cut. And, it just goes to show that kind of testament to like effort to be like, hey man, whatever crazy idea you have, if it's funny, let's do it, man.
Everybody was game.
Yeah.
Everybody was fully committed and
But it's a shame that they won't see the nipple rings.
it is a
Uh-oh.
shame. It is a shame. Yeah.
But it was a great day on set. It was a very funny day on set
Yeah,
because he was
yeah,
just
yeah.
sitting there eating lunch with these nipple rings.
Maybe in the uncut version, huh?
Gotta cover.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love hearing that. How do you guys relate to the characters on the show? And, are there any personal similarities between yourselves in real life and the characters?
I think I am more like Raj than you are like Mir in
Yeah,
real life.
yeah.
Um, you know, Raj is like a extremely heightened version of me in the sense that Raj doesn't give a shit about anything. I give a shit about a couple of things, you know?
Yeah.
True.
You know? Raj does, a ton of drugs and I
Yeah.
don't, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and we both have an orgy cabal.
Yes.
So no, no, no. But yeah, I think I would say Raj is just like an extremely heightened version of my real life. There's a little bit of me and him and a little bit of him and me.
hmm I think for me with Mir, I mean, he's pretty high strung, very like all about legacy and business and trying to make sure that he you know accomplishes what his father and furthers what his father had done for him. He feels the weight of that, and he feels like he looks at his brother and goes, "This guy's not doing anything. I guess I have to do everything." And I have being children of immigrants, you kind of understand that kind of weight of, you're coming to America, you have to make a life for yourself so you can help our family, be better off kind of thing. So I have some familiarity with that. I do feel like Mir's character does it out of more selfish reasons as far as like he just wants to be the CEO and he just wants to be the guy in charge and he wants to be everyone's favorite even though he knows that his brother's actually everyone's favorite. He thinks like, oh, if I become the CEO, then everyone has to respect me kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
He does it from a place of wanting power and
yeah, it's like a neediness
yeah,
and an
wanting to be taken
insecurity.
seriously.
Yes, 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 yes. Because I feel like the character is being disregarded, but that was made a character that was very fun to play. And but I do understand the feeling of, hey, you know, um, we have been given this opportunity to succeed, and if you don't take advantage of it,
Mhm.
that's really doing the sacrifices that, your parents and your family have made. Um, it feels kind of disrespectful to that. Like you should be putting in effort because these people have sacrificed so much to give you the opportunity to even try. So that's what I related to with the character.
I love that. Actually being who we are and having these
Yeah.
very unique stories. And also I'm a huge fan of Abdullah Saeed and his work. What was
Yeah.
your
Gina,
experience like working with him?
Dude, he's just
the
the
best.
best, the coolest guy. He's truly unlike any other person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Um, we were just talking about this earlier. Like, I wish to be a fly on the wall of his brain and just see what's going on in there because I want a piece of that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got such a keen eye for um thinking of things and situations and jokes and in a way that is unlike, I've been doing comedy for a long time. I've never been on a show like this before. And I think it takes a mixture of someone who understands the culture, but also someone who understands where the culture can go.
Yeah.
He's not trying to make something that is similar to something that has already been made. So to have the faculties and the ability to understand comedy and be South Asian and understand where we have been, but making a conscious choice to not make something that feels like something we've seen before in the effort of pushing us forward is really
He's also
special.
very bold
Very bold.
and empowered in a way that I
It's
am
very
still
rare to
working
see.
on
Totally.
getting there, you know?
Yeah. To truly be that
I
free.
aspire to be more as free as him.
Yeah, he doesn't feel burdened by the expectations and those kinds of things. It really feels like he's in a place where he's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna make this because this is really funny and this is, really interesting." And he operates from that viewpoint rather than I feel like a lot of first generation immigrant people kind of look at it through the sense of like,
Oh,
will this work?
what
What
will
will
the
they think of
community
me?
say?
Right.
But he's thinking of
Yeah.
so much bigger than the
Yeah.
community. We forget our community is small. The
Mm,
greater community is huge, and they probably don't give as much of a shit as we think they do.
Yeah. People and ultimately people just want to watch something that's really good.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And he's in the interest of that, making something really good.